It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Boston Celtics in Boston. Taking a look at the Celtics, their goal tonight is to play with the same type of effort at both ends of the court. They can't afford to let up at the defensive end, and that's a message I'm sure has been communicated to them in the locker room. We'll get to see Gordon Hayward suiting up in this one. Hayward, in addition to being a great shooter, also heavily involved in the competitive video game scene as well. Big fella, you going to go pro in esports anytime soon?
Well, esports is definitely on the rise, Ernie, and Hayward is ahead of the curve, but I don't really see myself sitting there. I'm too old for that, Ernie.
Well, sitting and old kind of go together, but there's a competitive nature in which Hayward just likes to express it. This is another way he does it.
Time now for tip-off. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
You're older than me, Kenny.
And I like to sit.
It's interconference time for these Thunder as they come in as the visiting team. It's getting noisy here in Boston. We're at the home of the Celtics. Welcome to the NBA for this Friday afternoon broadcast. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know how hard Russell Westbrook plays every night. Coach Billy Donovan said he plays with such force and passion. He gets so intense, so competitive, so emotional, but he's doing a good job of bringing himself back together and understanding there's other guys out there depending on him. Kevin?
And that's how Russ has always been, D.A., a high-motor player who leaves it all out on the floor. And tonight, the matchup at the center position is certain to draw attention. Not something we say every night because the bigs don't seem to be stressed. But tonight, Chris, that is a factor.
Thank God big guys are back in the game. Kevin, you know, I got this opinion that there's a conspiracy against the big guys. I mean, hey, big guys played in this basketball. You guys remember a guy by the name of Mikan? He was pretty big. So, yeah, tonight we have a great center matchup. Can't wait to watch this.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So the Thunder five right now. Inside, it's Patterson and Adams. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair, and it's George in at the small forward position. Westbrook, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Look at Irving go to work off the ball screen and his man. He's always alert, constantly scanning the floor for his teammates.
Here's George. After Gordon Hayward's bucket, the 9-foot shot. And it's Westbrook again missing. On defense, Oklahoma City. 4-point game. George against Hayward. Horford with the screen on George. It's stolen by Adams. It's George on the wing, defended by Hayward. Wasted no time on that one.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
Irving with it. Hayward outside from past the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Hayward's got 5.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Westbrook against Irving. The 19-foot shot. That's short off the rim. The Celtics have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Hayward against George. In the corner, Horford with it. Here's the 3. The rebound by Patterson. Thunder have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
You know, so many people were surprised at the Kyrie Irving trade, but throughout the decades, Boston's been unafraid to pull the trigger. I mean, they moved up to number 2 to draft the great Bill Russell, moving back to number 3 to draft McHale, add Parrish, assembling the big 3 for a championship, then dismantling that big 3 for all those unprotected picks. This is an organization that stops at nothing to try and win titles.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now, here is Morris. There's the dish to Hayward. Back to Morris. Pass to Irving. 5 on the clock. Horford with a screen on Westbrook. Smart. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
And Hayward at the stuff.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Over Irving. The shot's good from Westbrook.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Picked by Horford. Hayward kicks to Horford. And finished off by Horford.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Pass to Westbrook. Back to Roberson from outside the arc. The rebound by the Celtics. And Smart now atop the key. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And the 6th pick in the 2014 draft out of Oklahoma State. One of the Cowboys, Marcus Smart. Might not put up eye-popping numbers, Chris, but they love what he brings to the table.
Yeah, it's all about his heart. I mean, his offensive game has been a little slow to develop. He doesn't shoot great percentages. But when his team needs him most, it seems like he always has a big impact on the game, whether offensively, defensively, a big rebound. He's just a good luck charm for them. He's almost like the leprechaun.
And the first one drops. Well, so many teams rely on the pick and roll and run it with big men. Chris, which big man do you feel does a great job of running the pick and roll right now?
Well, I think you have to go up there to Lob City and you have to look at Blake Griffin, the way that he can handle, stop and pop, knock the shot down. But also, if you go for a pump fake, you will get dunked on with him flying down that lane. Anthony Davis, the fact that Davis can step back, hit that jump shot, but also attack the basket. He's another one that can do it. And then Tristan Thompson, when he has it rolling and he gets that ball from the middle off of a LeBron pick and roll, he's great at finding the shooters, Kevin Love or another shooter in the corner, but also he'll dunk on you with the best of them. So those 3 guys come to mind when they talk about finishing strong in the pick and roll.
And good that time.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Yeah, of the 2 teams, they're taking the more makeable shots. Let's see if they can sustain it throughout the game.
Now, here is George. Screen by Grant. George with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench, a great array of post moves to pick from.
That one is off. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Smart. And he's good on the second. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. After Gordon Hayward's three-pointer, they didn't go. Cantor with a screen on Brown. George against Hayward. And George kicks to Cantor. Lets it go from deep. That's good for George on the assist from Enes Kanter. George has got 5 now.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
Here's Baines. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
That's how you protect the rim. Stand your ground and make him alter his release.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Abrinas the pass to Kristen. Outside, George. Cantor with a screen on Hayward. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Here's George. He has 6. Kristen. No good. That would have tied it. Here's Brown. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
And the determination of Brown is phenomenal. No one is going to stop these shots from going down.
For Boston, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one misses.
And Brown is just an exceptional player. Really love whenever he shows off his athletic ability.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Celtics leading by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And Russell Westbrook, a guy who has faced some criticism, also a guy who is extremely critical of himself.
It's tough, and I'm still learning every night to be able to come out, to know when to score, to know when to pass, to know when to be aggressive, to know when to slow down. It can be tough at times because I want to do so well, and I want my teammates to do so well, and I want to win so bad.
Well, you have to love the competitive attitude, the desire to be great, not just for himself, but for his teammates, too.
And the emphasis on winning. That's why so many people in the league feel that it's just a matter of time before Westbrook puts those finishing touches on his game.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Well, this roster is built for guys with speed. They're running the floor hard in the first quarter.
Brown and Hayward out on the perimeter. Tatum out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Rozier in at the point guard. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. Those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times when you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. He feeds it to Hayward. There's the screen. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. That shot missing. Excellent D there from George. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. George has got the ball, and so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And the NBA game is evolving, Chris. You know that. And if you were starting back at square one and trying to develop your skills to prepare yourself for a pro career, is there anything you do differently to prepare yourself for how the game is being played now?
That's a great question. You know, I remember playing in Washington, and I shot over like 35% from the three-point line. And I remember in the paper they were saying, you know, we don't need big fellas to do that. So I got right back in the post, and so the game has changed so much. And so I would really say that I would balance the work that I did in the post with outside of the post. I would just make sure that I would continue to stretch the floor as far as three-pointers, to give guys room to drive. And I would have definitely continued to work on my ball handling, maybe where a kicker could have screened for me, and then I could have been the initiator, since in most times I was kind of that point forward. But for the most part, no, I would try to put the same effort in, but definitely with different skill sets. You get to play differently now. You know, when you think about it, I don't think Larry Bird got to shoot 2 3-pointers a game. Imagine if he would have got to just let 7 go. You know, I don't know what we would ask him, except would you have to ice your wrist after games a little bit more, because you would be able to shoot more. So I think the freedom would have been fun, but I don't think I would have had to prepare any differently.
It's stolen by Brown. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And Brown is just utilizing his athleticism yet again. I mean, this time from the interior, though, but just sinking these close-range shots.
Here's Chris Dunn, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Chris Dunn's got 6 here in this quarter.
He just looks more engaged this second quarter. A far cry from his disappointing play in the first period.
Irving kicks to Morris. Horford sets a screen for Morris. Off the screen, and he hits the jump shot.
Kevin, you can see that Morris is a real student of the game, knowing exactly where to be off the screen.
Westbrook against Irving. Westbrook kicks to Patterson. Pass to Kristen. Patterson, the screen. Robertson dishes to Patterson. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
I think the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love him. And he gets the job done at both ends of the floor. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Robertson. That 3 off the mark.
And that's the shot they're looking for. A clean three-pointer. Just can't get it to go.
And then Brown with the dunk.
Oh, you gotta love the explosiveness. Brown just eating up any lane to the basket he sees.
Irving against Westbrook. Al Horford with the rebound. The Celtics have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Another miss by Irving. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And Robertson has it in the corner. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
Here's Irving. Another miss by Irving. Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Patterson on target from 13 feet. Patterson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Tatum passes to Irving. Fires the three. It's stolen by Adams. Westbrook kicks to Roberson. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Roberson's got 5.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Horford with the screen on Westbrook. Off the pick. Up it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
You see how Irving right there capitalized in that situation? He's great at getting into position when screens are involved.
Adams, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got his first 2 points.
Nice. He snuck a hand in there. That's the great anticipation he brings on the offensive glass.
Here's Irving. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Oh, that's just impeccable shooting from Irving. The D can get in his jersey all they want. It doesn't affect him one bit.
Westbrook against Irving. Now here's Westbrook. For 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Westbrook's got his 2nd bucket.
Yeah, awesome watching Westbrook drain the 3-ball there. He just needs to focus on being a little more efficient from downtown.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Thunder lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Billy Donovan. Coach, it's been back and forth in the first half. What's it going to come down to?
Well, obviously it's close. We know we're playing against a great team, so we just got to keep grinding and keep playing.
We'll see how it turns out, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. The second quarter largely belonged to them as they took charge of the game and jumped out to a 5-point lead at the break. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, the 3-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Well, as we know, it's always a good idea to pound the ball into the paint. So many defensive game plans are focused just on stopping the 3. When you hurt a team down low, they got to react. That allows you to play inside out. Trust me, I have the blueprint. I own the blueprint. I created the blueprint. Inside, kick it back out, shoot the 3. Rick Fox, B. Shaw, and big shot, Bob for 3. The crowd go crazy. I know you remember that, Ernie.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Gordon Hayward with another strong contribution so far in this one.
And when everyone's keying on you, you have a choice. Become passive or just work that much harder. He consistently chooses the latter.
Well, that's the mentality of a true competitor. Some guys shrink in the face of a challenge. For him, it's what he plays for.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. The Thunder leading by 5.
And you look back to that Big 3 era in Boston, you know, the Celtics have not been shy about aggressively trading to reshape this roster. You know, they've made a rapid rebuild that's really the envy of a lot of teams around our league.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. At small forward and power forward, it's George and Patterson. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair, and it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Smart dishes to Irving. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And as aggressive as the Celtics have been, Greg, they've also shown patience, haven't they?
And in some ways, maybe a victim of their own success. You come out on the winning end of your trades time and again. Other GMs don't want to look bad. They get hesitant, possibly, and don't want to add their name to that list.
Oh, just a brick wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
The Thunder with the lead. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Roberson the pass to Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Adams sets the pick for George. Back to Roberson. Beyond the arc. No good on that one. And it's Boston the other way. Irving kicks to Hayward. And Hayward at the stop.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, yeah, and you have to give him credit, too. Makes the right read, go straight to the rim.
Here's Roberson. After the basket by Boston. George with the ball. Now defended by Hayward from 11 feet away. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
They are a lousy 1 for 5 for the half. They need to find a way to get it going.
Back to Irving for the lead. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Solid start to the half for them. 3 of 4 from the field.
Oklahoma City trailing. And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And there had been a will he or won't he feeling with Gordon Hayward's free agency. Tough choice, I got to believe, for him to leave Utah, but you can see why he wanted to join forces here with the Celtics.
And Boston was the heavy favorite to sign Gordon Hayward, and ultimately the opportunity was just too hard to pass up.
And he's reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. This team has a great path to make a deep playoff run, and this just adds another star to a very balanced roster.
Boston making some changes. Aaron Baines comes in for Al Horford. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. And then for Oklahoma City, Enes Kanter's checked in for Adams. Grant comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Alex Abrinas subbed in for Andre Robertson. A shot by Hayward, wide open, off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
George dishes to Grant. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
I like the decision making. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Here's Rozier. There's the pick. On the wing, Morris. He's covered by Grant. Here's Rozier. And no good that time. Good D by Westbrook. And it's Abrinas in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Thunder lead by 2.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Hayward outside. Morris outside. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Morris has got it all tied up now for the Celtics. Oklahoma City's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Kicks it to George. Screen by Grant. For 3, Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. Chris, I know that when you go through a season, there are certain matchups that you love and certain ones that you don't. When you were playing, which other power forwards did you just dread, just did not like going up against?
Well, Kevin, I would kind of change that and say dread to me was love, meaning that I dreaded and I loved to go up against Tim Duncan because you knew you had to be prepared that night. I loved and I dreaded going up against KG. You know, I played in the era where in 1 week I could have played against Shaq, Rasheed Wallace, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Akeem Olajuwon. This is all on the West Coast. So for me, I dreaded the Western Conference, but what's so good about it is that you just have to be prepared, and you can't dread the NBA. It's like you grew up wanting to play against the best players in life, and so I really love the fact that I had to be my best every night, or you're going to get embarrassed in the league. So it was every power forward.
Never an off night, was there, Chris?
Never an off night, and so I can't say I dreaded Karl Malone over Barkley or Olajuwon over David Robinson or Tim Duncan over KG. It's just like, hey, man, you got to put your big boy pants on, get ready, and go to work, baby. Put your hard hat on.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And so, Smart nails both of them. And at 6'4", 220, Marcus Smart with terrific strength for a combo guard, Greg.
I mean, he can just flat out bully most guards and even hold his own against the bigs. Beyond, though, that physical stature, it's his mentality that makes him special. He's a fire breather, just the type of player the Celtics look for.
Here's Rozier after Enes Kanter's basket. Here's the screen. Hayward outside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Gordon Hayward has increased his scoring average every season he's been in the league. And couple that last year also a career high in offensive efficiency. The guy is just a budding superstar.
Free throw drops for Hayward. And Gordon Hayward has worked on his strength, but also his balance, adding boxing, Greg, as you were talking about, to his off-season training.
Yeah, great point. I mean, the strength, the balance, and footwork make him a great slasher. This guy gets in the lane and just has a knack for working himself to the foul line.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Screen by Adams. For 3, Westbrook. And it's Westbrook again missing.
He's been off target for the most part, but it hasn't held them back as a unit.
Rozier, the basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists now in this one. Oklahoma City's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Here's Adams. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
He's off on the first. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And, as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
Greg, when you think about the franchises in the league that have sustained success, who are always competitive, Oklahoma City should be right there at the top.
I mean, just look at the records for the Thunder, and their success really does speak for itself. 8 straight seasons of 500 or better basketball. Only the Spurs and Rockets can also make that claim. Don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last one.
No question. It's not easy to be patient, but you really don't want to give up an extra possession.
Westbrook kicks to George. Takes a 3. Westbrook, no good. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Boston on top, up 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are going to happen. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
And Brad Stevens moments ago focusing on what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Yeah, and this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. The past, the future, they don't matter.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. And it's Irving at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Over Horford. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Adams has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Thunder. Morris a screen. Irving passes to Morris. To the left wing. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Westbrook against Irving. Left side Westbrook. Basket counts. And now it's a 3-point Thunder lead. The Celtics shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Horford with the screen on Westbrook. Irving kicks to Brown. Morris a screen. The pass to Horford. This ball movement by Boston. Brown dishes to Morris. Shot clock at 5. Over Adams. Morris, no good.
He gets some extra attention from the D on that trip, and it throws the shot off.
And Westbrook, here we go. The shot, no good. The Celtics have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. With some arc, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And really, the past few seasons, the Thunder have just been a dominant team on the glass. They do a great job of limiting second chance points, and they get a lot of extra possessions with their own offensive rebounds.
And he can't get the first one. You look over the roster of the Thunder, and it's easy to see why they're such a great rebounding team. 1 through 5 can come up with 10 boards on any given night.
And those rebounding totals usually translate to wins for this team. But very rarely do they lose a game when they're having their way on the glass. The goal at the end of the night is to play the bully in and around that painted area. And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And Patterson kicks to Westbrook. They get the rebound, and another shot. Hayward with some nice D. Boston trailing. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Russell Westbrook.
You know, and if you remember in college with the Gators, you know, Al Horford played power forward. Power forward, they're the same now, but he's been out of position his entire NBA career, so you have to give him credit for playing tough night in and night out.
The first free throw is good. And as the league has moved to emphasize skill, it seems like things, Chris, are tipping Horford's way as far as him manning that center position.
Yeah, but you still have to be able to score inside. And so for Horford, we saw in the playoffs, you have to make your presence known inside. Though you're a big fella, you have to average a lot of rebounds or you have to be physical inside. You still have to make your presence and your size known.
The Thunder have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Here's Roberson. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And the Thunder lead by 3.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Horford sets a screen for Irving. He used that pick just right.
Irving makes it look so easy. His jumper is on point from this spot.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Over Irving. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 12 points for Russell Westbrook. The Celtics have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Horford up top. They set the pick. Here's Smart. From about 16, Abrines with a rebound. Abrines has got 4 rebounds in this game. Feeds it to Westbrook. Patterson, the screen. Abrines kicks to Roberson. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. A different look for Oklahoma City. Enes Kanter comes in for Steven Adams, and Georgia subbed in for Alex Abrines. So it's Boston now. Picked by Horford, and they call an illegal screen here.
Now this game is coming down to the wire, and rush plays like that show how much pressure the players out there really feel.
The Thunder leading by 3. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. To the paint, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
Oh, that's a brutal giveaway. A pass to no man's land.
So it's the Celtics now. Outside Irving. Here's Hayward. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. This is to Westbrook. And Robertson has it in the corner. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And the Thunder lead by 6.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. 1:51 left here in the fourth quarter. The presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He told them that for now, they have to back off of the three-point line. He said, we don't have to just shoot threes. Let's get the ball in tight for some high-percentage looks inside the paint. Back to you guys.
Boston again missing. The Thunder leading by 6. And stolen by Horford. There's 1:26 left here in the fourth quarter. Irving kicks to Horford. The 11-footer. The shot, no good. Good D by Westbrook. Here's George. Here's Patterson. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
I'm not sure if the D bothered him or if he just lost concentration on that one, but that's a layup he should.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5.
If you ask me, Irving has quickly ascended into one of the league's best players. I mean, a fast, lethal point guard with a beautiful jump shot. What else can you ask for?
Both free throws good for Irving.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Here's Westbrook. The offensive rebound, Cantor, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. And the Thunder lead by 6. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Irving. Over Westbrook. Here's Smart. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Crunch time is his time. Smart wants that responsibility.
And the Thunder with the possession here. And he commits the intentional foul. Irving against Westbrook. Westbrook double team. And so they foul intentionally.
Two shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
But even if they make it, you got to foul quick or this is over. It's a wrap.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Take a break. Take a break. Two shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. So he comes up empty at the line.
It looks like he was a little tight on the line that time. Could have and should have closed it out.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They trail by 3. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, these are some of the toughest decisions. I mean, a good argument can be made for either case.
three-pointer would be huge right now.
If they can get a relatively open look from the perimeter, I say take it.
Misses the three. And now they foul and stop the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
He's stepping to the line knowing he has a chance to seal the deal. He doesn't.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.